The third quarter final is between St Anne's and Glyn, and there's a great rivalry in both football and hurling over the last few years between the two clubs. We expect no different at the weekend. Andy, what are your thoughts initially on the two teams?
I think Glyn were poor the last round, but I think they're much better than what they showed against the Shells. I know they were missing 4 from the last day. Nigel Donoghue, Conor Lyne, John Lacey, Fionn Cooney all rested because they'd already qualified. I think Glyn are just such a good team. Like, they've so much potential in their squad. They probably don't believe how good they are. Maybe they've so much more to offer than what they've shown. The Ans are just a dogged team. Aidan Rochford, we played the Ans in the last round. Aidan Rochford just ran the show really for the Ans. He's so direct. When he gets the ball, he just drives forward. He breaks the tackles and he creates the space for them. He'd probably start inside and come out the field. But I think if Glyn can get someone, maybe, I don't know, Tierney or Jared Dempsey or someone to man mark and keep him out of the game, Conor Lyne maybe, that will take it off from the Ans team going forward. Michael Fogarty obviously had a great game against us. He has such legs, even catching balls and kickouts, he was good in the air. But I think maybe Glyn might surprise everyone on the day. I think Glyn just have the forwards. They've good shooters. Cormac Cooney is a very tasty forward. He'd probably be inside with Michael O'Regan. So they have kind of two different options inside, and I fancy Glyn will really bring the game to St Anne's.
You played Glyn a couple of weeks ago, Colm, but St Anne's have been quite impressive. They ended up topping the group, even though it looked like they could go out at one stage. But first of all, Glyn anyway.
Yeah, we played in Wexford Park a couple of weeks ago. I just found they were very, very organised against us. Again, I don't mean to harp on about the defensive sort of side of football, how it's gone at the moment, but they drop off as soon as they lost the ball. The wing backs just simply, or the wing forwards just simply got back straight away, and the break at speed. I think they have a right mix of experience and youth thrown in, like the experience up the centre, and then you have the likes of Fionn Cooney playing excellent stuff at the moment. You have John Lacey as well, just shoring things up at the back, and even Matt Doyle in the goal with the experience. He just swept ball against us a couple of weeks ago. But they can be got at. Sometimes they could go out some days and underperform, which is a pity to see for a team that has so much quality.
Yeah, they can be quite inconsistent, Andy. Sometimes they look like they can go and win a championship and then just put in brutal performances. It happened to them a couple of years ago. I think they ended up with 12 men when they played the Shells in a quarter final. You know, just sort of an implosion, like.
Yeah.
But when they turn it on, they can be as good as any of them.
Oh, there's some great individual quality. Like Conor Lyne, you know, he's only 19, but such a great footballer, such a great man marker coming up from the back. Even the pace they have in their half back line, they've Rian Crosby, like, offers so much offensively going forward. And I think if Glyn turn it on the day, they could shoot, I don't know, they could shoot probably 2-3 goals. The lads who can score from anywhere inside the 45. So I think if Glyn turn it on the day, they'll put the hands away.
So we'll get predictions then. Colm, we'll get yours first this time.
I think I'll go with the Ans with this one. It's just they're completely dogged. We've played them in league, we played them in a relegation semi-final last year, and the way they came out against us in that, the running game they played that day was absolutely excellent. The likes of Dio O'Keefe, Rochford, they Liam Og as well, and Mikey as well. You know, they just wanted it, and I think if they have that same drive again at the weekend, I could see them turning Glen over, you know.
So we have one vote for St Anne's, Andy. You can't really go against Lynn now.
No. I think the business end of the year, and the Annes are obviously going to turn up. Like, it's very rarely you see the Annes not turn up, but I think that the St Anne's defenders can definitely be got at. There's a lot of youth there in the St Anne's team, a lot of inexperience. I know they have a nice balance, but I know that Conan Phillips is 19, Finn Ryan is 18, they've Owen Ryan who's 19, Liam Shockman is 20. And again, if Glyn play their cards right, I think they can capitalise on that. So I'm going to go against Colm, and I'm going to go for Glyn in this one.
I have been very impressed with St Anne's in this championship. I know they were sort of still going down to the wire in the last day to qualify, but I've been very impressed with them. I do think Glyn will put it up to them. I might even go for St Anne's after extra time in this one.